all serious as well. They've been around for a while playing in the amateur scene. And, you know, Chef used to be a professional StarCraft 2 player. He played Zerg for Team Liquid since the very start of StarCraft 2. I actually know him from back when I was an admin for MLG. I've known him for a very long time. Great friend of mine. So I'm excited to see him playing again. He was a support player for a very long time, but he's actually bounced around roles a few times throughout his HOTS career. And they'll do this very quickly.
I think I played with him on our cheer league team.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, it's cheer league, but
that's still something.
My shoulders were big.
Okay. Well,
I think they had finished the draft, right?
No. I think they'd only done the first couple of picks, which is very interesting that this is not going immediate. I expected this to be boom, boom, boom for like the first few picks because they said in the lobby, do we do the same first picks? I'm like, yes, mimic everything you've done. Maybe that false dead pick was wrong.
Okie dokie.
We'll find out. Mouth man. Wow.
The other day, Naventic. Oh, maybe that was the first pick. The other day, Naventic first picked Kerrigan on this map. It was the first time I've seen that in a while.
There was another team that played Kerrigan this past weekend, was there not? I thought there were 2 Kerrigan games.
Yeah, but like the surprising part for me was first pick.
Yeah, in first
like,
pick.
There's so many warriors that have been like
Sonya
denying her.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's really interesting to see that prioritization coming through again. It's cool to see like the rare picks like that now existing though. Like the once in a while we'll see the Kerrigan here, once in a while we'll see the Sonya here. I'd like to see Kerrigan make her way back on in, especially we saw those Tirana games this past weekend. Tirana picked up a couple W's versus Misfits.
Oh yeah, that was probably the most surprising series of the weekend.
Game 5.
Game 5 was kind of easy though.
Yeah, I think they ran out of steam, but.
All right, Varian Ragnaros, new meta right now, but Tassadar on the other side. I was about to say Vala Sonya because it works so well with both. Maybe this was the part of the draft that was already done, or they instant locked it. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, you have Vala and Sonya. Do you pick them both? Oh, just snap lock. Never mind.
They're amazing here. You got that front line. You've got the tons of splash damage to get those last hits of the skeletal defenders. And as you mentioned, that the leeching plasma on both these heroes gets a ton of value. But level 10, you know, the Sulfur Smash Taunt combo is tried and true. And Rag's got plenty of AoE himself. It's a strong start for both teams.
You're a strong start for this team, Jake. I like playing with you.
Thanks, man.
Second ban phase, though. You've already given you basically have all of your backline and damage. So basically your concentration right now when it comes to bans is going to be warriors and supports. And do you want to deal with something like Ariel? I mean, normally when you see Sonya separated from Vala, Ariel becomes a little less prioritized, but maybe they just don't want to deal with it. And Ariel is good on this map. Man, I feel like I know this team or something. I don't know what is going on.
A lot of these players are quite seasoned and they're on the same page. So there's the Ariel ban. Now, we haven't seen a lot of Toronto from other teams. I don't think she'll be played here. Just not. It's cheeky EU stuff. Not going to make its way into any of this quickly. They don't want to ban another support here, I don't think, because then they restrict things. Rhaegar is likely going to get taken away by Team Typhoon when they can pick. Unless this
is actually a moment where you could take away Rhaegar and then opt into something like Karazim and feel safe about it because you have that Tassadar backup. It's not always the best, and I think it's always scary, especially when you're talking about Varian and Ragnaros in particular, but teams have been doing that a little bit more lately. there's certain people right now that are just slaying it on Karazim, and then there's other people that are still trying to figure it out. So, I think it's right now it's preference.
I mean, I'm good with the Gul'dan ban. He's got so much AoE. Horrify is really powerful on this map as well. But they just left open the potential for the Zeratul and the Jaina. Now, you'd be committing to a solo tank variant. Do you think that's an actual threat?
I actually broke this down a little bit today with Varian. Is that his solo tank record is the worst in North America in the Pro Division, the worst out of all main warriors.
That's insane.
Like, it's crazy. I don't think it's bad. It's just so Varian Ragnaros obviously has kind of been the new hotness, in that you get the charge, the taunt, and then you bring down Sulfurous Smash, and you can really blow up a hero. Tassadar will make sure that doesn't happen as easily. Sonya post 16 is very difficult to kill. So what do you put up there? Tychus, I think, is a really great choice. Great on this battleground. They need some extra damage, I think, in the back. I think they have enough strong melee. I think the Jaina pick actually would be a very good pick. We'll see if they opt to go that.
Yeah, just keeping that last option flexible. I mean, they know they're against double warriors, so the Tychus pick makes perfect sense here. And now we're going to the last two picks on the side of I Like Your Smile.
I would say Johanna. You have plenty of control with Tassadar, Valo, Sonya to clear out that. Yeah, dude, I love that pick so much right now.
Johanna and Sonya work brilliantly together, that's for sure. This last healer, I'm thinking, like, it would be really fun to see Medivh attempted here, because we've seen a very similar composition to this with Medivh, but I don't think the Medivh Tassadar really works out, unfortunately. Their support options are quite limited to Brightwing or Karazim otherwise, and it's going to be the Karazim.
Yeah, this has been coming up a little bit more and more lately. I mean, he has the mobility to kind of juke and jive, especially in those areas. He can dash to multiple targets around the shrine. So it's a little bit safer than I think on some of the other maps, and you have potential to make plays. You don't necessarily need the extra damage from a support, and I think he's a safer pick than Brightwing in terms of burst healing and focused healing. So we'll see how that goes. But last pick here, I think the Jaina, as you talked about, would probably be a really solid pickup here. Li Ming a little bit tougher on this map. But I definitely feel like some backline damage would do them well to pair with Tychus. Or Zarya.
Yeah, it could be Zarya. I'd like the Zarya a lot, actually, just because you're talking about the lone tank variant. Beyond that, like, you look at the Tyrael, like, Sanctification is great, but this isn't the burst comp that Sanctification is going to win you every fight. It will shut Sonya's healing down, which definitely has some merit to it, and I could see that working. We'll have to see. I feel like it's going to be a warrior, though.
Wow, that's heavy front line, though.
Yeah.
That's heavy front line. Like, Tychus's range is not that great, and their burst potential relies on Sulfurous Smash and Tychus using his minigun. And Johanna's not an easy kill. You have Iron Skin to avoid a lot of charges and follow-up stuns, and it obviously gives a shield as well. Sonya can be very well protected with Tassadar. Vala might feast on that front line. We'll see. We'll see if they can get to the back line, but Tassadar alone makes this comp. I got dropped.
Me too. Dream's dead.
Did they get dropped too?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just start it over. I'm kidding.
All right, so we're going to get the lobby rebuilt, and we'll be going pretty darn soon. Oh, it seems like everyone has to restart the game. I'm going to do that myself. Ah, yes, the glories. It's of all the problems you could have, though, that's so minor, because the draft's done. We know who everyone's playing. We got to see the way the draft was unfolded, and then we just create a game. Everyone picks their hero, boom, and we're on our way.
Rip. All right, I've restarted as well. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm booting in right now.
I've got a rejoin button.
Hit nope on it.
Nope.
Lucio coming at you.
Lucio, go away. I don't want to hear your song right now. It's really nice, but
Man, they've been releasing some good tracks for him.
dude, I've listened to all of them like 10 times.
They're actually really good. Like I kind like my biggest fear was they would put out something it'd be kind of cheesy, you know, just like cartoony almost, just for fun. But they're actually really good songs. I don't know who they paid to make those, but they're actually pretty good.
All right,
furiously clicking on the map to see if there's an Easter egg.
they haven't had an Easter egg in a while, have they? I stopped looking.
Zarya might have been the last one.
Really? I don't even remember hers.
She had the big garden terror that came out of the back.
Ah, that's right. I did see that. Chef is all excited that we're casting him. I love Chef. He's my boy. Lucio's jams are
Blue?
still just going in right now.
What is?
Lucio's jams. I can't
That's
stop.
my jam.
Well, let me just confirm this is game one. We're like always hopeful that we're gonna like have a smooth night where things go nice. We finish. We're 2 hours deep. We haven't even started the second round yet. Jay, how? The struggle. He's okay. We're waiting on someone to relog right now before the lobby gets recreated. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, Arcane 8, the channel you're watching right now is, you might be saying, what is that? What is Arcane 8? What does that even mean? Well, it's the name and the business that I launched earlier this year for esports production. We're going to be doing a bunch of events. You might have seen an event called Bloodlust last year. That was kind of the trial of what I want to do for the future, you know, running these events where I fly people out. Jay Howe flew out here for the HGC Pro Division qualifiers earlier this year. He was here 3 times for those. And, you know, I've worked in esports broadcasting for quite a few years. And, you know, commentary actually came second for me. I used to work behind the scenes. I used to work on the execution, building the graphics, producing the events. But I then got into casting, and, you know, I tried to marry all my skills and make a you know, a business out of it, essentially. And that's Arcane 8 is the end game. What's Jay, what are you giggling at, buddy?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
I don't even know what I
You
said.
said
But
you were gonna marry them together, and then you paused for. 5 seconds, and I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah, because I got distracted by Twitch chat and I saw little oddities in there, and that just ruined me. Those oddities are cute.
Don't let me interrupt. Go on.
No, but like, you know, it's really cool to be involved in HGC. I'm really excited for it, and we have continuous content for the Heroes community, whether it be Arcanum, which is our other series, the HGC, or Town Hall, and we get some more cool stuff that I'll be showing off in a few weeks. Actually, there's a lot of cool stuff.
I've seen some of it. I'm going to Reddit with it right now, and I'm going to throw all the spoilers out.
I'll kill you.
All right, lobby being remade?
Yeah, we are. Are you not in there?
They just typed in chat there, remaking it again.
I think people are having trouble.
Are you
No,
on
they're
the
joining
Nilo?
now, so join back. Because they're all joining now. Yeah, no need to redo the draft. All right, we are almost there, maybe. Third time's the charm.
Give me a game. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got Ragnaros as my middle hero right now, and he's massive. His horns go like through his name and almost to the top of the screen. What an intimidating hero.
He's spooky. Yo, I'm a little upset that I don't think I've seen a competitive match where we've had a Karazim use the Goku skin in the Nimbus Cloud. Like that, come on. It's a match made in heaven. It's the best Skinergy in the game. And no one does it. Makes me sad, man. All these Karazims missing out.
You know what we're not missing out on? The next game.
That's right, Jay How, because we are loading on in at last. But don't worry, someone's going to get stuck at 90% and just stay there for like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not a good laugh, by the way.
All right. Well, when we look at the early game, I mean, the double support, the double warrior front line is definitely stable, but is their DPS can be sufficient? It's like the answer I would say is yes, as long as Mist can land that Ancient Spear and start powering through a target. But we'll have to see. Definitely tanky and healy, or sustainy at least, on both sides. How many words can I end E at the end?
I don't know, Jakey.
All right. Level 1. We do have the War Paint. Looking for the sustain on the Sonya. Iron Fist for Karazim as expected.
I think Team Typhoon is on the left, by the way. For overlay.
Oh, you are totally right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Bam. All right.
Show them that they came here to die.
Well, a little bit of extra damage coming out from Erden, opting to go into the Stormbolt build at level 1 with the Perfect Storm. We'll see how he rotates here. We see an interesting rotation. Right now, Tassadar, Sonya, the wave clear is significantly on the side of Team Typhoon. They can leave Sonya solo lane. They should probably rotate these because they have Regen Master for Johanna, so they probably will do a rotation here, but right now, Tassadar staying mid.
Yeah, we've got that 2v1 on Tassadar, forced to D-shift right away, and that's going to put Trap Queen in a bit of a more vulnerable state, but he is looking to step forward as his team is rotating up for him. Just going to channel that little laser beam for a moment. The top lane Myth should do A-OK versus Joyce here. I assume that's pronounced Joyce.
Joyce. I'm with you.
Joyce.
Murden acting as the anchor down here. He's trying to disrupt any rotations, and that's exactly what you do when you play a hero like Murden and HGC. Gotta be a little bit careful, team.
Yeah, he's dead.
No Rhaegar?
Tassadar going to be
okay,
enough.
You can't do that without a healer, by the way.
Right.
That's actually really bad.
Yeah, he dwarf toss like right away too. That's something you can hold on to for a little while, and then try to maybe juke your opponents by going over a wall. The fact that he used it right away just pretty much made him a sitting duck.
Yeah, that is 100% correct. And shout out to Tassadar slows on his auto attacks. Boy, that's fun.
He's like, I'm doing something.
Look how quick those waves get cleared.
Yeah.
The experience is going to be fairly even, but as the game goes on, that significant amount of wave clear will add up, and then you can really control lanes, which controls vision late game, and then of course they're getting the regen globe. No hard CC as Chrissy is able to just dwarf toss out of there, but trying to stack up that Stormbolt.
Yeah, slowly but surely working at it. Mist did get a little bit of extra soak before he was down, but now he is here. Level 4 on the table. First shrine well underway already here for Team Typhoon, who have tons of AoE. They've got that rock solid front line, but Kuros with level 4 does have that sun potential. The follow-up of Murden could be beautiful here, but they gotta be careful. They're taking a lot of poke over that wall.
Yeah, they're definitely taking a lot of poke, and again, there's so much control when you talk about Tassadar in there as Varian is forced to run away, and now Juice getting caught in there as well. The Condemned going out. Ragnaros the first to go down. And this is, when we talk about Shrine control, Jake, that's exactly what we talk about. Sonya is able to clear Tassadar shields, Tassadar Psystorm, And then there's Johanna with a condemn. It's just like, why don't you just come back here? It's so tough to deal with a team built like this on the side of Team Typhoon.
Yeah, and like, you know, you don't commonly look at the Karazim as like the single target burst, but with Iron Fists, like, he kind of can add up, you know, a lot of additional damage onto that target when you lock him in place like that. He did get the final hit, I believe, for that kill. And Earth Ally at level 4 is such a powerful talent, especially against heroes like Ragnaros trying to get that DPS in, can really nullify a lot of it.
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit about it in draft. Mist taking a bit of damage. She's got to be careful. I think Varian might be rotating up trying to get the flank there. But in particular, we aren't seeing the bigger they are. There's the charge, the stun. This might be it for Mist. I don't think he's going to survive that.
Yeah, the meteors.
Yeah, he stayed a little bit too long there.
They needed that. That kill is really big coming in for I Like Your Smile.
I'm pretty sure that you just wanted to find a way to fit their name in to let me know, Jake. So thank you. But In the Rhythm was the pickup at level 4, so it'll allow for more control of the front line. But again, with Johanna there, I mean, you can really stack it up because Johanna will generally eat a few shots, you know, because she has such a high health pool. She has Iron Skin, so you might get a little bit more value out of that towards the late game, especially if you opt to go healing at 13 with That's the Stuff. So we'll see how that adds up. But both teams have locked in level 7, or in the process of locking in level 7.
Yeah, selecting this talent. We do actually have Skullcracker for Muradin once more.
Do you feel like that's almost a necessity? Because, you know, this is our second time we've seen Varian plus another, what we would generally consider a strong solo warrior paired with him. So he needs to get more damage. I'm just surprised that the priority over somebody like Dahaka even for Shrine Control.
It's definitely interesting. I mean, I feel like Muradin gives more opportunities for that single target blow up, but I don't know that their draft is really built around that. Like, yeah, with Sulfurous Smash, kind of. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be tough with the Tassadar, the Karazim, the Johanna, and the Sonya. That single target blow up is not an easy thing to accomplish with that many options.
Cyan Fusion, level 1 for Tassadar. About 2/3, maybe about 3/5 of the way done. Regen Master, almost halfway done for Johanna. We're only 5.5 minutes in.
Wow.
But Krita the Hunter was picked up for Vala, trying to get more of that auto attack damage. Not going for the multi-shot build. I guess they feel have enough control over those front lines. Just poke away at the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, they really do have plenty of AoE. And, you know, March has probably 1,000 games played as Vala. This is a build he's very comfortable with. He does get charged on in. The follow-up is good, but he's going to vault on away. The Dwarf Toss attempted, but the shield's coming from Tassadar to keep him topped off, and he's getting all that self-sustain from the autos as they re-approach. No one did tap the well here. They're going to look to try to collapse and get a single kill. Mist does get the charge in, and oh my goodness, very close on the kill from Muradin, but he's able to Dwarf Toss to safety. I believe the cleanse was used by Amon.
Yeah, the cleanse was definitely used there. As Karazim going hard up in that top as Tychus almost went down. I was checking the health bar up at the top. He
very low.
He almost died. But the Shrine, look at the Shrine control. Look at the Skeletal Defenders, Jake. Team Typhoon, they're going to get this, and they'll be able to rotate out. They do need to deal with the camp up in the top, but they'll be able to rotate out and get 10 as we see Sonya and Tassadar. They might 39 this. Let's see. Well, they're just going to go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, they're looking to just, you know, they know they have 10 right here. They're just going to try to use this momentum at this exact moment while they have the heroic advantage, maybe get a 4. It's still very early in the game. Vala and Sonya are both soaking their lanes, so they're not looking to full commit for the fight. But they know they should be expecting some counter resistance. Anyways, Varian and Ragnaros are soaking those lanes. No fort will go down, but they got the well in the wall, and that's worth quite a bit.
I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, I know they didn't have level 10 and they wanted to soak top, but using Ragnaros there potentially for Molten Core, I mean, yeah, the fort didn't go down, but maybe you could have lost a little bit less and then allocated some resources elsewhere. But they managed to get the soak in, not giving up too much, not finding themselves down too far. Muradin. I'm trying to... There's no way we see Haymaker. I was just going to say, there's no way we see that.
I can dream, J-How. I want to see the Lucio Muradin combo where you boop into a Haymaker. That's the dream.
No. Listen, Jake, I'm going to tell you, when I was in the Philippines, I saw a team take Haymaker 2 games in a row.
Yeah,
it did not go well. It did not go well. Tychus holding his heroic. I feel like that has to be Odin. There's so much potential to hit the back line of the enemy team, to hit that spread damage, make Kerosene really work for it. Draken Laser Drill, yeah, you can get control around that, but if you also are able to obtain a Punisher, you get a lot more pushing power with that Odin. So curious the thought there on holding that heroic.
Are they going to get invaded on? They're going to be a little bit too
Earth
slow.
Ally for Vision.
Yeah, he does scout it out just to make sure there's no party bush, but they're a little bit too late to the party. Top lane, we just saw Ragnar's Hearth. Mist has been putting a lot of pressure on this lane. With this fallen Shaman Camp, Tassadar joining the party. That well is not going to be living too long. He's doing his best to hold on to it. Ancient Sphere does whiff, though.
It was so short. It was like, oh, I'm almost there. If that well stays, that's a big deal, because the next one is we see Tassadar, though. Got to be careful.
He's got D ship still. He's holding on to it.
Yeah.
And they hold on to the
Juice
well.
is
That's
like,
big. Oh, choice.
oh no.
Minions. And Rain of Vengeance, that's going to be a double kill. No Ancestral in sight.
And we were worried about the well. All right, next shrine, got to be top. And it was priority. They need to turn and take that well right now because, yeah, there they go. When the well goes down, when you have a well around the shrine that you're fighting around, it makes it a lot easier if you can tap back. Not 13. We're going to see, I like your smile. Rotate down, try and get some experience. But that is a bad decision, Jake, because that is a camp.
And
pushing for free.
you see, they are not responding quickly enough. Ragnaros will be able to use Molten Core to slow this down. Rhaegar is like really adamant about finishing this Khazra camp, but without him here in this fight, I like that they're being passive with the Rag. This is going to work out for them. They're okay. They lost a wall, but it's the Rhaegar staying to get the camp ended up being okay.
Was it?
Oh, they got the camp, and they almost have. They got 13 too, so maybe they can find that window.
Okay, so Ragnaros 100% will have to use Molten Core here. Now, here's the thing: by losing that wall, you're now going to have a Punisher. Tassadar's about to finish his quest, by the way. Okay, this is a good call to pick this up. But now, you have no keep wall. This Punisher is going straight on your keep. And if you lose a person or two, if you lose a hero or two, you might be looking at game. So you got to play super careful. It took a tower. Was it worth it?
Probably not in the long run, but, you know, the small victories you never know. The Punisher just doing some little jumping jacks before he decides to actually commit to a full leap. And there he goes. You can see the Molten Core being used as well. An Avatar popped very early in this fight into that front line. Iron Skin used on Johanna, and the Odin has been summoned, so Sirius going to have to be worried about that long siege of Tychus as Sirius is backing away. Chef does have Divine Palm to be the playmaker in this fight. And the Punisher still standing strong. They should be able to focus it down quickly, though. The re-engage coming in from the Typhoon.
Yeah, they're going in. Sirius going in deep. He's got the Ancestral going off there to... Well, actually, that didn't go off. As Varian goes down. Murden goes down. The Keep's going down. Jake, could more go down?
Well, I think it'd be risky to push in past this, especially with some of the mana pools being a little bit less than ideal, particularly Chef. The Keep is plenty. They're going to get a fort after this. These Khazras, they've been doing everything
about
they
the
can.
Impalers. They had to drop back.
Oh man, he's getting all the free shots. He's like that kid in Call of Duty that sits in the corner and just like pokes at you all he can, but he doesn't actually do anything for your team.
You mean Gazlo solo later? I'll get him. I'll get this wall down. All right, almost 16. They're going to have talent tier advantage, and I think the hard part right now for I Like Your Smile is that they really need to be soaking lanes as best as they can. Try and hit 16 before the next shrine phase, which is actually going to be pretty difficult. You know, they've got to play safe. They can't afford to give up any picks here. They're going to have to forfeit this fort and probably forfeit the middle. But getting that top lane pushed out should be priority. Sonya, hopefully she doesn't capture that camp early.
Mist is actually going to get spotted here.
Yeah, but that's a little bit of an early pickup.
I don't know if A-Man can win this battle. Joyce is coming, but so is Trap Queen. Trap Queen will end up being more than enough to defend this. Oh my goodness. Amon. Double kill.
I don't understand the value of going there as Rhaegar as two people go down. I'd threaten a push. I would threaten a push. It pulls I Like Your Smile out of the lanes. They're not able to soak 16. You threaten the top lane. They're forced to respond. Not able to get soaked, but Blessed Shield has been used to follow up, and Tychus is getting caught out.
That's tough. They've got Tyke is down for 33 seconds. I mean, Rhaegar and Ragnaros will be up for the fight, but they've lost all their forward fortifications. They've still got to worry about top lane, which has both the Fallen Shaman and Catapults. And honestly, Varian, you can see he is struggling with this clear. He's actually just backing up. He's like, I need minions. This is a tall order right now.
They're basically going to have to try and hit 16 right now and then take a fight. They're running out of time rapidly. Very, very rapidly.
I don't think they
Look
can
at
contest
that.
this.
Johanna just pulled those in. They're like, let's clear this entire thing in about 0.2 seconds.
And I love that they're pushing the lanes out a little bit. Trap Queen is keeping the pressure on. They're able to collapse onto Joyce. You do see that the lanes have more or less been cleaned up, so they're making them rotate down, but it's going to be too late to actually contest the Shrine, especially with this forward position. So
I don't understand the posturing here right now by Team Typhoon. I mean, luckily that Lion's Maul missed. Chef, he's going out. Iron Skin has been used. Like, they don't gain anything by pushing there, especially with the entire team. It's actually a 5v4 while Sonya's trying to clean up. Sonya is going to join the fight, though.
Okay, so we're just going to finish this off. That Punisher's going to put a big threat on. We do see the Avatar has been used. Bless Shield hits all 3 targets going in. The Condemned locking press in, but he still has that Dwarf House available. The Odin in the back going to do good work. The Ancestral not going to be enough here, though, as the double, triple, quadruple kill is in sight. Should just be a full-on team kill, as Joyce and Supreme Force have nowhere to run, and the Punisher is well on its way to peak.
Look at Karazim's fist. They were so much fun. Just little, like, do.
I thought you wanted me to give like an extreme zoom onto his actual fist. I was like, that's going to be hard to get a steady cam on his fist, man.
You fail 100% of the time you don't try.
That's true.
Something like that. Well, when the whole team is dead, you just walk up to the core and, well, bring those fists with you. Chef is just like, this is fun.
He's going to punch all the things.
I mean, if you're punching a core, like, does it hurt?
Oh, man, he's got iron fists.
Oh, aren't you just the smart one?